So a hydrophone is basically just an underwater microphone. It's a chance to explore below the surface without getting wet and without the fear of something slowly lurking up behind you in the pitch black of Loch Ness. This is a way we can listen to the story of the loch itself. And as you hear it, it's very sensitive. It can pick up noises from a long, long way away.
He doesn't know what he's listening to, does he? No, neither has anybody else. The first time hydrophones were used in Loch Ness was 90 years ago, in 1933. The first expedition that ever came to look at the mystery used Admiralty hydrophones listening, but they didn't know what they were listening for, and neither has anybody else in all the other times that hydrophones have been used. So no, until he knows what he's listening to, he'll just have to learn.
So what we're looking for are consistent sounds. That's what we're after. There's things that are very sporadic, I don't know if it's the right word to use, and it's about kind of locking that in and following it to see if it goes anywhere, that sound, if we can identify it later on. But just now, you can hear the trickling of water down there. If this was a bit more choppy, you would hear the rains on the side of the harbour. You could pick a boat up from about a mile away, which was really good. The last time I was here, I sat over there actually, and I recorded deep scan coming in through that, just as an example. It was so loud. It was so loud.
But we know there's nothing there anyway. We don't need to listen for something that is probably not there. If we can't see it, it probably isn't.
The morphology of the Loch Ness Monster, has differed throughout the years depending on who has seen it. The appearance changes. You had the long neck, the short neck. The head is smaller than the rest of the body in proportion. It's got a sheep's head or horse head. The neck's really flexible. The neck comes up. You've got one hump, multiple humps. Horns even. People have said that they've seen horns on top of it, with a pale belly. It's changed so much throughout the years, and again, that's I think is the beauty of it, because it just adds to that excitement. What could it be?
So it's been proven that the original photograph was doctored, and if anything's been doctored, it's probably made up. So that's where I stand on it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Because if there isn't something there just now, there definitely was. Because there's like underwater caves and everything.
Well, what I've heard is that there was a rumour that somebody made up the Loch Ness Monster as a way of getting people to sign into the Catholic Church, be religious, that there's actually a portal in Loch Ness, and that's where the monster came from, and it's to get people to side with religion.
Yeah, I'm not a believer. So yeah, I think there's probably something there, whether it's like big fish or, but I don't think there's a monster.
I believe in the monster.
So do I.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's nice. I mean, the loch itself is very deep, so who knows? Who knows, really? It's like, the Minotaur in Greece. Yeah, man. I reckon it's possible.
I'm in a bit of two minds, to be honest. I do believe there is something in the loch. I'm not sure about being a monster, but possibly a big fish.
Do I believe there's something below the surface? Absolutely, 100%. There's been 1,155 official reported sightings of the Loch Ness Monster, and I believe that people are seeing something of 1,155 times. So, do I believe? Absolutely, 100%. I believe there's something in Loch Ness. I don't believe it's a prehistoric creature that's going to come out the front of the boat any minute now, but I certainly believe that people are seeing something in Loch Ness.
I think people lost some of their belief in sea serpents, but began to believe in something even less probable, because the sea is a very big place, and Loch Ness, although it is quite a big loch, is a small place. But nevertheless, it just is a demonstration of human nature, that we like our mysteries to be accessible. So we can't go to sea looking for sea serpents, but we can argue about what might live in Loch Ness, because it's close to us. You can drive out from Inverness, the Highland capital. It's only 14 miles. You stop in a lay-by and you might think you're on the brink of a discovery. It's an accessible idea. It might be a ridiculous idea, but then humans are ridiculous.
But I don't like the two labels. I don't like skeptic and I don't like believers. There's, you were told what camp you were going to go in, and I really didn't like that. I prefer having an open mind where a believer such as myself can work very, comfortably with respect with those who are considered as skeptics. But at the end of the day, we're all Loch Ness enthusiasts. That's us, and we just love this place. It means something different for everyone, for individuals. My reason will be completely different from your reason. But there is a baseline, and that is the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, it's good. We see people from all over the world come over here to see Loch Ness Monster and Loch Ness, so yeah.
Yeah, and it's great to get asked questions and stuff, because it shows people are interested in our local community.
Oh yes, absolutely. With tourism, people flock here year by year, to get to come and see the Loch Ness Monster. So it definitely has had a massive. I think there's a lot of business that's been built around the actual Loch Ness Monster itself. Yeah.
A lot more jobs for locals.
Absolutely.
With the tourists,
accommodation providers, obviously cafes, and definitely.
That's basically how the economy in the village actually survives, is on tourism. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not from here. If I was, then I'd probably definitely take down the price. There's not a lot else going on other than alcoholism. So Loch Ness really sells it.
100%.
No,
I know it has. Tourism is huge because of that. Everyone likes to play into a fantasy, don't they, at the end of the day? It's charismatic. That's what attracts people.
Have you bought a Loch Ness Monster yet from the shop? Because they're going for $22.50. Oh, they're fucking brilliant.
We bought a few for our family and shit. So it worked on us.
Oh, you're helping the economy here.
Yeah.
You're helping the economy.
You're doing your bit. We're doing ours by drinking in.
Well, you guys are welcome.
People come from all over the world.
I don't think if Nessie was here, I don't think there'd be nothing. Oh, the Ackert Castle. But the loch is so deep that I don't even know if they've ever got to the bottom, have they?
No, it's 800 feet deep in places, so...
I don't even know, it's so deep that
and it's very...
anything could be down there. It's like the bottom of the ocean, it's like nobody knows. Do you know what I mean? Do they?
Oh, it's deeper than the North Sea.
Wow. So there you go. So, yeah. I don't think it'll get solved anytime soon.
Not in our lifetime.
No.
Well, I did solve it. I'm very happy. But it's been solved by many people at many times. It's just that we will not believe it. We cannot believe that the mystery has been solved.
Truthfully, none of us know if the Loch Ness Monster actually exists. You can go on eyewitness testimony, that's fine, but we don't actually have any set in stone conclusive evidence that it is out there. And because we don't know what the Loch Ness Monster is, if there is such a thing, then we have no idea what it sounds like. That's where the secret is.
The issue is not what is out there, it is what is in here, in the human psyche. That's where it lives, because we want it, and as long as we want it, it will be there, but it doesn't have to be an animal, it doesn't have to exist.
But a lot of the sightings over the years can be very easily explained as boat wakes, for example. Standing waves, you've got wildlife, the winds coming down creating cat's paws and windrows. It's magnificent, and when that air turbulence hits the loch, it creates almost like it looks like a fleet right across the loch surface, which it's beautiful to see again. To the untrained eye, that might look as if there's something just below the surface streaming along, but in reality all it is, it's wind turbulence coming down from the surrounding hills, hitting the loch. Wow! Did you hear that? I need to record this. My MP3 player's over. That was a very unique sound that we heard there. I still can't explain what that was. I'm sure someone somewhere could help us find that explanation for it. But at the moment, that's a new sound to me. Definitely a new sound. At the moment, I prefer not knowing what it is I'm dealing with. I quite like that. And from a very selfish point of view, I guess, I don't want that mystery to go away or diminish in any way, shape or form. And people will just say, that's you in a nutshell, you're doing it for the tourism. I'll be very clear, I don't give a shit about the tourist industry, I don't. I'm here for myself and for others who find it fascinating. We're not in it to make money. There's easier ways to make money. You know, it's this is a reward. This is a way to recharge the batteries and recharge the soul a wee bit. Well, yeah. Do you know what? I'll ask you a question, and I ask this to most people. Excuse me again. Sorry. If you're walking around the banks of a loch alone, and you are the luckiest person of all, and you get that sighting, you know, whether it's video or if it's a photo, but it's 100% proof that there's something in there. Would you share that with everybody, or would you keep it to yourself? Because at that moment in time, it's just you and nobody else. You were meant to be in that spot at that time for just you and whatever, you know, what Loch Ness Monster could be. Would you be betraying that moment by going and telling the world?
I think, I think the legacy will still carry on, to be honest, even if it is solved, yeah.
No. It's better not be solved. It's better not be solved.
Yeah, I think they shouldn't solve it, otherwise like it won't be interesting anymore. Like I just think it should be keep going and yeah.
I think if it were to get solved, answer yes or no. I think this place would still bring people in, but I think some things are left better unsaid. So
I mean, it would be nice to solve it, but then again, not.
Yeah.
Because it's still a mystery, and everyone loves a mystery.
Yeah, magical.
The magic must go on. As long as we want a Loch Ness Monster, there will be a Loch Ness Monster.
But yeah, I feel a sense of, I don't know what's the word to use. I think it's just being proud, really, to be honest. I mean, look where we are, in the Scottish Highlands. I get to come here frequently and just sit and listen to other people's stories and meeting new people from all over the world. I'm not wasting my time. I'm having a good time. Rain or shine, it doesn't bother me. It certainly doesn't stop us. You know, we're in the snow. So yeah, I think there is a sense of ownership, I guess. Certainly not for me, but from the Scottish people. Ness is loved. You know, it's whatever it is, we look after it.